guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik and welcome back to another episode of 12 Days in Neremik. This is day 3, and this is a weird one because I already have a save existing. But this is a game I've always wanted to really play on the channel. The only downside to it is that I could never justify making it into a series. I feel like I'd mess around a bunch. Well, since I've had this installed on my PC for a while, and I've never got round to it, I was like, you know what, I'll get round to playing Game Dev Tycoon. For those of you who don't know, we're just going to put a wall, and we'll call myself, name it after myself. I'm not going to lock hints. And, ooh, what do we want to go for? As you can see, I've had like some actual decently successful things. We'll throw it in there. I suppose that's where it just auto-saved. Yeah, but this is a game where you develop games. So you can develop a game, you can pick the platform it's on, and as you go through the years, it kind of, you know, you get more stuff to build it on. And we're just going to try and not go bankrupt this episode as the general objective. So you get 4 random things at the very beginning, right? That's like the main thing. And so that's the topic. Say we want military. Normally you want to try and find a decent match for it, so strategy really. And we've called a lot of things LOL, so we might as well call our first game LOL too. And you can kind of increase the budget of stuff. And you see at the very top you get design and technology points. And then you get to invest these sliders into basically, you know, doing what you want. So it's a strategy game, so quests are literally like nothing, right? And then you want gameplay and engine to be super high. And you kind of get feedback from reviews at the end, but also how much stuff gets added to those bubbles as you go along as well. And basically, you know, if you make a really good game, you can progress to the next stage. If you do that, I'll be highly impressed. So strategy, for example, we want AI all the way up. Dialogue's like, no, not there, and level design about there. And the idea is that if you understand games enough, like, you know, the type of game you're making, what it is, eventually you make a good game, it's a hit, and everyone's just like, yeah, this is a good game. I'm gonna ramp those all the way up. We'd like some comfortable money to be sitting on. Like, I don't think we've messed this up too badly, actually. Like, if we can hit 10 on both of these, I'd be pretty happy. We have a chance to get a few more while he works out the bugs in that top part there. Thank God my mouse cursor's visible. And might as well send that wall into the world, see how it does. So here we go. Those aren't new records for some reason. I assume that's just because it's the first game. And we get skill increases too. And while we wait for other reviews to come in, we're just going to do a little report to find out what we did good and bad. So, here they are. And I'm seeing... that could be worse, right? 5. So it's going to fall either 4, 5, or 6. If I could get straight 5s or a 6 in there, that kind of like cements it. Okay, so it's going to be slightly above a 5. It's around average. That should help it sell well, though. Ooh. Okay, what was the score for that? Okay, 5.75. And now, if you see in the top right, the units goes up. And this is basically how much money you're going to make back. So, actually, we're actually in the charts, so... you know, we're getting fans, everything's going fine and dandy, our rank is... yeah, stuff like that. And what you can do is, say you don't want to make, you know, themes around certain things, you can make it around something else. So, for example, we can have, you know, game dev type games, sports, zombies. I thought, well, there is an achievement in this game, actually. And we'll research the game dev one, and we'll research something else and kind of use those for our next 2. See how they do. Because it's been a while since I've played this game, so... normally how it works is you get one big hit accidentally, and you can use that to kind of cruise your way through the remaining bits of the game. People who've played it will know what I'm on about. But, we'll make a zombie action one. And I do want to show off a few Easter eggs, because I know what I'm on about. I do have all the achievements in this game from like a year and a bit ago. Like, I only have the very vague memories of things which I kind of remember being, but kind of not. You know, it's weird, but... as you can see in the top right, we have cash fans, and we've actually got more cash than we started with, which means that game we made was a success. And you basically just go straight into game number 2. Fittingly, gonna name it game 2. And we'll do... actually, no, we've got to name it Pong. You'll see why. So it's going to be a zombie... say it's a zombie action game for the G64. Whatever's at the top is your best thing to develop for, basically. And... as you'll see, once we put in these sliders, action game, you want a bit of story and quests. I'd say that's about right. Yeah, I'd say the engine comes before the gameplay. Well, we shouldn't look a little Easter egg over here. I'm not sure if it... because I've already got it, right? But I want to see if it's still there. Action again, dialogues is nothing. That's all the way up, and that's kind of there. And they're just trying to balance the things out. It's how I like design those games. If I was given these sliders and tools to make the best thing I could possibly. And we'll leave those as they are. And there it goes. See in the background is this little Pong animation. little Easter egg I enjoy doing at the start of the game. Just let the guy debug. And as you can see, because we're more experienced, we actually got more stuff. And we even got a few extra tech points in too. So, it's a bit loud when you get a new record, I'll have to turn that down. But you release the game, you're going to start on the game report, it's not even been released. Damn you. They patched it. You used to be able to like research it in the background while the reviews were coming in, and it wouldn't waste time. And okay, a 6. So it's better than our last one, and that's mainly what you want to aim for. So you have 6.5. If we can get a few more 6s, we should be good. Ooh, 7. How is this going to average? It's going to average a 6, isn't it? If this is also a 7. Yeah, it should average a 6. The focus on engine served the game very well. So we can generate the report, see how it's doing. And if you view the game history, you can see what it got. So that was a 6.25, that was a 5.75. And if you look in the top right, you see how many units we're selling. Again, I think you need like 1 million cash to kind of make it out of the slump we're in now. Yeah, pretty cool, I'd say. You know, we're making our progress, making our money. Pretty cool. We'll see what else we can research. Ooh, we got spy, thief, technology. I think a sports sim is probably in the cards for us. We'll do that after our next one though, because and there is actually a that's an achievement. Again, I'm not sure if it's going to show up, but you can basically make the game in the game, and we're kind of lucky to get that prompt early on, but it's there. And again, this is just a series, like a game. I can never see myself making a full series on. It just never really clicked for me personally. We choose game dev. We call it game dev Tycoon, I think. Okay, of course I can't spell, but and then I think it's a simulation. I'm gonna call it a simulation game just to make it different from the rest of the games that we've put out so far, and we'll go from there. And let's go. So, the story and quests is nothing, gameplay is all the way up, and engine's about half. Like, because now I've got to think about how this game is made. It's difficult, this. You know, it's difficult. But, yeah, we are getting some more points initially, so it kind of... Yeah, if he stops to scratch his head, they stop putting the bubbles in. It's like attention to detail, but it's a pain in the ass. But, no, it looks a little bit, actually, and I think... Yeah, I think we'll definitely... We'll swap those around, see how that exchanges for us. See, the more points we get in, the kind of, you know, better indication we are that we're doing. And again, I think all of those for a simulation type game are really high up, but yeah, I'd say they're all equal priorities, so we might as well. And we see how we're doing. That might push us over 13 for each. Like, obviously he's going to get rid of his bugs and whatnot. He might give us an extra. Might. Again, okay, he's got to patch that out, and he keeps putting his own bugs in when he's patching them out. An A. Okay, we've beat our score, that's all I care about. I'm not really sure what these do, but they're a good indication of how well you're coming along. And you see we're starting to level things up. It all starts to come together very slowly but surely, and I love it. So, ooh, I'm seeing multiple high numbers here. 7. Okay, good game. I'm seeing 10s, and that's like getting me excited. Okay, that's an 8. A 6. And come on, please don't be another 6. 7. Okay, I think that averages out at a 7, which is our highest rated game yet, so... You know, I ain't complaining. We'll do, you know, or if you look at the sales rolling and... that feels good. Okay, so I know I've spent like... I think over half the games we've made are kind of gimmicky. We're not going to do contract work, I'm just going to skim through this, but you can do contract work to get money if you're running kind of slow. And there's also a Nintendo products out. Ain't really anything too fancy, I'm sure. Yeah, what could go wrong? And any new topics? Now, right, we'll do it. Okay, see, the problem with this game, right, is it punishes you if you put the same genre of game out too many times. So whereas I would have done a sports sim just then, well, just now actually, the problem is that I've just made a game dev sim, so that it's going to get lower reviews, I think. So, I think maybe Evolution Adventure might be a good combo. That's the only thing I can think of. Ooh. Okay, so, yeah, as I say, those research I'm doing, they give us, like, plus on certain things. So this is a simulation thing, and we're making an adventure. From my hunch, I'd say this is good for adventure because of, like, Zelda and whatnot. And, what do I call this? Okay, will this fit in? I bloody hope so. Yes. That is, it's going to be the greatest game of all time, okay? If this doesn't get straight to ends, I'm not sure what will. Okay, adventure, story and quests, all the way through. Gameplay up there, engine, like here. Oh, Just I've got to max this down to a T. You know, my career's riding on this. It's not looking the best though, is it? Up at the top. Okay, no, we've got some stuff. Okay, we have time to improve. Everything all the way at the top, but AI can go down a little bit. Level design can also dip. Dialogues can dip a little bit, actually. You know, I have a feeling maybe I don't know best. Maybe I should just stick with what my gut's telling me. And we'll keep those all at top. I have something like in my gut that's saying just leave them all at the top, because that's worked out well for our last couple. But it's so low in design and technology. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, 8 and 8. It's not winning any awards. We're getting a little bit of bonus XP for new combos and topics. But is it enough? Right, review. 2, not fun. 3, waste of time. 4, uninspiring. And another 3, disappointing. Okay, let's find out what we did wrong at least. Because that hurt. That hurt on a level I did not want it to hurt. We actually lost fans because of... Right, no, right. What does the report say? Evolution and adventure is a terrible combination. World design is very important, gameplay seems to not be important, and TS and adventure is bad. Okay. Well, I think now we can make a fabled sports sim game. Right, okay, we're just gonna, okay. Right, if adventure's a bad match, surely sports fits right on the console. I'm gonna call this, the same game each year. That sounds like a decent name. Wait, hold up. Right, it's year 2 right now. So the moment it ticks over to year 3, I can make the same game each year too. Oh, we're thinking in the big leagues here. If we're onto a hit, we can just keep reproducing the results. Oh, we're in something here. Everything all the way up except story and quests. That can kind of die. Actually, okay. I'm surprised we didn't have any insights for simulation. That'd really be useful. Already we're off to a better start though. Like, you can see those things going up. Like, as long as we're above 4 and 4, we're on course to beat our previous best, so just can't mess it up. And dialogues, again, can kind of dip a little bit, but I think, yeah, leave it like that. I think that might be a combination. You need a decent bit of dialogue to walk you through the tutorials, right? That might just be me. Yeah, but already, like, at least in my eyes, we're doing pretty well. Ooh. Our world design ain't so important. Okay. I think, yeah, we'll leave those two as equals, but... Ooh. Okay, maybe if that works, we'll get a bunch of points for hitting it on the head. Okay, game off the market. So now we're just going to lose money in rent until this comes out. Oh, right, that's beat the records, I think. That has beat the records. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. No waiting around. New records. Yeah, look at all this stuff we're getting levels up in. Oh, this is going to be good. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, then I'll be annoyed. But, please, it's the same game each year. It's the same game each year! And your reviews are giving me a reason to re-release it this exact same each year. Mwah. Magnificente. Oh, I've said Italian over there. What did I tell you? The same game each year. There's a reason they re-release FIFA each year, let me tell you. Oh, that was perfect. That could have not lined up better. We're at rank 14. Look at all the money we're raking in. You know, we're going to research something new. You know, while we've got all our fans coming in from that last game. But what should it be? I think maybe a dungeon... Oh, we haven't made an RPG yet. That'll be interesting, because... Or have we? We can check our game history. We've made like 4 games, 5 games. We've made strategy, action, simulation, adventure, and simulation again. So we're missing out on action and RPG. So we'll do RPG. See how that works out. And that might work on the TES. If adventure didn't work, RPG definitely will. So TES because it's got the most market share possible. RPG, and we'll come back for action. I think zombies maybe has a good match for it. But dungeon RPG. See, coming up with like snarky names is kind of difficult because I don't know what to say. And I know it's like, you know, most of the fun. Actually, right, we'll call it LoL 2, even though the original LoL had absolutely nothing to do with either of these genres. It seems like a match made in heaven. At least game design heaven. But I'm pretty sure all the stuff's up high except for yeah, okay. That looks like... My only main reference for an RPG is Skyrim, so... I mean, AI is not going to be very existent, is it? RPG is going to be all the way up, AI is going to be down. Yeah, I'd say... You know, considering my very limited experience with Skyrim, which is not playing it and watching my friend stream it on Twitch, we actually might be onto something here. Yeah, we max all these out. If there's one thing I remember, someone once made an RPG in their, don't forget about creating game engines, I don't even have the option to. But I was once watching someone play this game back when it first came out, and they made an RPG and all those last ones were maxed out, and it was their best received game yet. Don't fail me now, me from however many years ago this game first came out. Okay, yeah, we get our XP, it's going to perform better because we've improved, yada yada. The real question is how much money is it going to make us? Okay, LoL 2. Okay, at least it settled on a higher number, but... Okay, we're getting okays, we can peak at a 6, as long as we don't get a 3, we're good. Okay, and then this next one should be a 5? Oh, that hurts. Okay, but... I think I know what I gotta do next then. Yeah, those units ain't shipping much. Okay, but we're gaining fans overall, so it does kind of increase our reach. Like, in terms of, like, making money, I'd say we're actually doing decent. The LoL genre will continue. And, oh, we've been able to make custom game engines this entire time. Okay, I tell you, LoL 3 is where it gets good, okay? Guaranteed, all good things come in 3s. And I understand the first 2 LoL games have got, like, lower than 5 on the review scores, but trust me. Yeah, I forgot we had the ability to make game engines. Well, I just didn't realise we had it on the locks, but... Basically, what you can do is you can research some stuff and you can throw it into a game engine. Makes what you can add into your games kind of better, if that makes sense. So it increases like the impressiveness of them, and you kind of have to keep improving because it improves like the overall score and how many people gonna buy. Yeah, I'd say LoL 3 has something to live up to. So we're just gonna research those 2 things because those are the only 2 we can research. Target audience is like we don't really need it right now. We're not at the point in game where we need to do it. Same game every year should probably be the next one we make. It's the same game every year, but we use the insights from the last one to make it even better. And yeah, I think we'll go with what I said. Zombie action. So note this is a great combo. However, yeah, okay, we haven't had action games, so it must just be deluded. Yeah, I can't think of anything for this, so I think we'll just like, nah. It's got to be LoL 3. But, hold, never mind. Before we develop it, we actually have to create that game engine. And we just kind of add everything in that we can. And we've got to kind of sit around and wait for him to create it. But we should make our losses back. At least I'd hope so. Yeah, normally, like, if you're making these, you can have them do, like, contract work in the background in the bigger offices. But right now, we've just got to kind of sit here and wait. And I'd say it works out. These stupid head scratches have cost me so much money in rent. Like, they last practically half a week. Yeah, sorry if my voice sounds like it's going. I had a pizza before and I was very enthusiastic to eat it. And it was so hot, so it's kind of burned the top of my mouth. And it's like, it burns. Nothing I can't handle, but it's just irritating more than anything. But here we go. I was hoping the music could come in. LoL 3, ladies and gentlemen. Zombies and action. It's a great combo. They don't really know what action does on TES, so I'm hoping it works out for the best. 2D graphics v2. Yep. But I swear, if I have a feeling of all times, if LoL 3 is a failure, we're not going to do it. Of course, we're going to add all that stuff that we can. I think that's probably the formula as far as I'm concerned. Like, you want a little bit of stories and quests to drive forward the action. I'm just thinking like Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, you notice how the stuff's increased? You better. And I think AI should come before level design. Especially in like an action game where you might have a single player game, which considering this isn't in the online realm, it's like kind of reasonable. Mono sound, there we go. We're moving up. And I think, Yeah, graphics and sound are equally as important, but world design can take a little dip. Give some more breathing room. And, oh, I think this might be it. We've actually, as long as design gets one more, we've beaten both the records. So this should, LoL 3 should be the greatest one in the LoL trilogy. Never to resurface again. They'll demand a remaster, but they'll be damned if they're gonna get it. And I think, first reviews, here we go. We're reaching about the 20-minute mark, so this is either gonna sink our company if you look at our finances, or if it's gonna make us swim. I saw 10 multiple times. 6. Quirky but good. We just need to hope our fans come and save us then. I think it's going to be flat 6s. Okay, no, 7's going to push us up slightly. Right, 6.5. And we're going to do our little game report. And all we have to do now is wait. We spent like 300k on the game, so we need to make it back soon. Right, that's week 1. We need to make it back, ideally in the next week. I don't think it's going to work. Okay, new research though. Casual games. And, okay, all 3 is complete. It's an okay combination, so it's not going to sell that well. Right, one last ditch effort. We're literally becoming EA the longer we go on with this. We produce bad game after bad game, and then eventually we have to resort to the one formula we know that works. So, we don't know. Hold up. So, sports simulation doesn't perform that well. But it performs well on here, and it's got a little less market share, but it can work out well. You know what we've got to do? It's the same game every year. The second one. This is going to be the best damn game we've ever made. The most linear story we can muster for like 1984, but trust me, it's going to be the damn best game you've ever played. Look at them. Throw your points in there. I've literally turned into EA. I can understand why they're like the way they are now. Okay, so dialogues isn't as little of an importance as I thought it was. Okay, we're going to change that up slightly then. Like, as long as I nailed the other 2 pretty close to where it is, yeah, you see, we're reaping the rewards. Right, world design down. I kind of saw that coming. I think graphics should probably be the highest priority. Again, we'll give it a little bit more for everything else to breathe. But I think, well, look at how everything's coming together. It's impressive. It's impressive technologically, but is it going to get us out of the slump? And then I think we're going to wrap this up. Any extra points you want to add, mister? No? Okay. No last minute bugs you want to shove in either to bury the company once and for all? No? Okay, here we are. It's around the same thing as it was previously. The same game every year, number 2. Releasing a little bit, behind schedule. What have they got to say? First reviews. We just need to beat the last one. 10. 9. Can't wait for the sequel. You want a sequel, you say? Well, lucky for you. Simulations work well. I've become EA. A masterpiece. It's the same game every year. But everyone loves it. Okay. Let's watch the sales come in. 500k in sales. 500k in sales. Oh, you need to generate that game report. We need to make the best game every single year. And new office. You know what? Yeah. In the event that this is still going next year, we're going to have a fancy new office to get ourselves into. We're going to move. We're going to pay that money. Welcome to EA headquarters, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that money. That is so much money. At least for this game. Then I'm going to research casual games. And then a new topic. Look at all that news that we've just missed out on. And I took a risk with the G64, but I'm glad it paid off. Because it had 4% less market share. You can live with it. And yeah, we'll research a few things, because I have a feeling if this is still going on next year, like 12 days, I might bring this back as like a reoccurring thing. It's like Portal 2 where it kind of slips in. It can be like a reoccurring thing for 12 days. In the event it's still going on next year, there's some murky stuff involving that. But, from what we've just done, and managed to pull off, because trust me, we pulled something off I didn't expect to do this video, we've actually done pretty good for ourselves. And I'm going to leave it there. We're just going to generate one. Now, we can't make the same game every year again, can we? Although it would sell like hotcakes, and they do need to make it every year. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to leave a thumbs up, possibly subscribe, turn notifications, leave a not a year. Comment down below. Yeah, you know, we're just gonna make one more to kind of sell us out. I'd say. Let's put it on the game line. Oh, the game line. It's like the port everyone was asking for. Yeah, so let me know if you want to see this return for next year, if it's still going, that is. I'd say it's got a chance of coming back. Definitely have to, you know, consider a few things. 12 Days in Neremik isn't specifically, it may just be the channel in general. But if it's still running, definitely let me know if you'd like to see it. I'd definitely be down for it. But I think, overall, I'd say it's actually, it's been pretty good on this. It's been a fun video. I came in expecting it to be, like, a filler for day 3. But actually, no, it's been a pretty fun time, so thanks for watching if you've made it this far. It's a little longer than some normal videos, but hey, I mean, we have to make the same game every year. Surely you may be able to understand. And yeah, we're gonna wrap it up with seeing what the review scores for literal sequels to the game we just made are. On a different console, of course. And yeah, I do want to thank you for watching. Tune in for day 4, which should be a live stream to my knowledge. I'll have to check against my little notepad with things I've written in, little notes about what goes out on each day. Look at me being prepared. But you'll see. Yeah, hopefully, if it is a live stream, the VOD should be uploaded so you can view it. Just because I am quite busy around this time of year, I can't really afford to do a VOD and a video on the same day. So it's like, yeah, it shows potential. They don't like it when you release this literal same game as genre back to back. But you know what? That's fine. 5 point something out of 10. People are gonna eat this up like hotcakes. Look, tell you. Master of game designing over here. But I do want to thank you once again for watching. And with all that said, and all that aside, give me some ideas for games I can make next year in the comments if you so fancy. And thanks for watching, guys. My name's been Neremik, and peace out.